What's going on, ladies and gentlemen of the internet? I am Zombie Cartman, as you know, and a while back I took an Ancestry DNA test. And I got the results. And they're not really that far off from what I thought it was going to be. So let's go ahead and get into it. I have to bring myself down here. A little bit smaller. Alright. So as you can see, I am 57% English or Northwestern Europe, which apparently, there's a whole backstory here. I don't know. That's just where they say I was from, I guess. There's a whole bunch of shit. It's like a long history here. I guess I could kind of read it. Let me have a look at it. Prehistoric Britain. As glacial ice receded 12,000 years ago, sea levels were still low enough for Stone Age hunter-gatherers to cross from mainland Europe to Britain on foot. Well, good. And then farming spread to the islands by about 4000 BC, and the inhabitants built their remarkable and puzzling stone monuments, including the famed Stonehenge. All right. So apparently my ancestors were worshiping rocks just like I do now, kind of, because I'm not worshiping rocks, but I'm interested in rocks, goddammit. Anyway, Germanic tribes invaded around 410 AD. Tribes from northern Germany and Denmark stepped in and soon controlled much of the territory that had been under Roman rule. And then the Germanic language spoken by the Angles would eventually develop into English. Okay. And then Vikings tried to invade, I guess, around the early 11th century. So there's evidence of the Vikings inhabiting, looks like, northeast Britain. So let's go back here. We don't want to get too involved in the history necessarily of each place. So yeah, 57% English. Actually, my friend Darcy said that she thought I was going to be about half English, which turns out she was pretty much spot on. I thought I was about 25% German, which they're saying 16%. That seems probably legit. I don't really know. So, yeah. And then there's history on the Germanic people and their tribes and all this stuff. I don't really want to go into it, I guess. I don't know. It's it's pretty neat, actually, but I might read it later. Let's see. Sweden. Same thing. I knew this too. My mom told me actually that I was most likely Swedish, Norwegian. She thought a little bit of French, which, let's see, as you can see here, I got some Ireland and Scotland, some Basque, which is in Spain, I guess, but it kind of looks like it's like right between Spain and France. My mom believed that we were descendant of the Huguenots, or Huguenots, depending on how you pronounce it. Which I don't know if that's where these people ended up. I know a little bit of history of the Huguenots. They were pretty much Protestant, and unlike the Protestants that made their way to the New World, they really didn't have anywhere else to go because they were kind of stuck with mainland Europe. And so they had two choices: either die, because that's what was happening at that time, or they could just say they weren't Protestants anymore. And so a lot of them did that, and they just assimilated into the society and dropped their faith, so to speak. So I don't know. Baltics. Apparently I got a little bit of Latvia, Lithuania, This is almost into Russia. Callie says I do have like a Russian looking nose, I guess. I don't know. It's probably because it's been busted at least once. Also got northeastern state settlers. So apparently some of my lineage come through, the northeast of the US apparently. And I've got some cousins. Dan Hicks is my fourth cousin. I don't know who the hell that is, but then it shows where they came from to get there. Around 1700, I guess. Oh, this is like a timeline. Yeah, I figured as much. Because my dad was born in Long Beach, California, which this says from New York to LA. Like you could see, my dad was born in like 60, but it's kind of that same path, I guess. They ended up out west, and I live in northwest Montana now, which, my dad started down here, and then as a kid they traveled all up the coast and then ended up here. Also, I don't know if I looked at it. So I know I said Sweden. It says Norway as well, which there's like Norway and some Iceland. I'm pretty much part Viking, you guys. I don't know. I guess you could say I'm probably like 25% Viking, which checks out because I've got like a Viking beard right now, Finland. Apparently I'm part Finnish. I don't know what that means, but great. And then Mountain West Mormon pioneers. I kind of expected this as well just because my great-grandmother was kind of high up in the Mormon church. I didn't really go to the Mormon church as a kid or anything, but I did remember that, I guess. I remember her talking about it and all this other stuff. So, apparently I've got some Mormon family in my life, which, like I said, I'm not a Mormon. I don't really believe in that religion. Honestly, I kind of think it's a cult. So there you go. But they did do the ancestry tests. I'm pretty sure they're the ones that actually run Ancestry. And they do a bunch of other crazy things, like they've got a seed bank. They've got like a huge underground storage facility where they've got every seed of every plant on Earth, just in case the shit goes down. I guess they think they're going to just replant everything. I don't know. So yeah, 57% English, which means Silent and I are probably long lost cousins somehow. That's got to be a thing. Fucking 16% German, which, like I said, I expected. My great grandmother was like full blood German. And then my grandmother, well, at least I thought, she was probably a mix of things as well. Let me just put my face in the camera here, but yeah. So yeah, 57% English. I'm just gonna re fucking say that about 10 times. 15% Swedish, 6% Norwegian, 3% Ireland and Scotland, 1% Basque, 1% Finland, 1% Baltics, and then apparently, see, I don't understand, like, it just says additional communities. I guess this is for, oh, okay, I see. So these are just where the people that were my ancestors kind of ended up, I guess. And then, people with similar ancestry must have some sort of connection to the Mormon pioneers of where I live, But anyway, that's pretty much it. I guess that's what it takes to make a zombie Cartman. You got to have half an Englishman, 1/8 of a German, 1/8 of a Swede, and then a whole mixture of other things, and you end up with me. So yeah, thanks for watching, you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed finding out what it takes to make a zombie Cartman, and sorry it took so long. I didn't turn in my results, until like well into January, and then I think they were just so backed up with checking results that I didn't get mine till last night, actually, and I was a little too tired to do this video. So now here I am. It's, well, you can see it's 6:49 a.m. and I'm wide awake making a video because it's nice and quiet in the house. But anyway, thanks for watching, you guys. Hopefully you have a good Saturday or whatever day you watch this. I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter because you'll watch this on any day. But hopefully you enjoyed finding out what I am. And I don't know how to wrap this up because I'm only 1% finished.